guys, welcome back to my channel and hello if you're new here. Today we're going to do another edition of TBR Jar Picks, my April reads. I did this for March and I literally had one of the best reading months. I had so much fun. I read so many more different genres that I'd normally read. I tend to always reach for dark romance, and this jar is going to make sure that one, I get through my physical TBR, because I don't even want to talk about how many books are on my physical TBR. I don't. I don't want to talk about it. And two, it also makes me just pick and read, I was going to say different genres, but it does make me branch out a little bit. You know, it's not always going to be stalker romance, maybe it's mafia romance, maybe we'll throw a lot of rom-com here and there. So it's helping me branch out. We're all guilty of this, right? We all buy books. I want to say 90% of us bookish girls buy books quicker than we read them, right? And every time I buy new books, there will be books on my shelves that just get bumped further and further and further down my physical TBR, despite the fact that I want to read them so badly, but then I get really excited about the new books that I've bought, and it's just a vicious cycle. So we're gonna do it again for this month. I also can't even believe it's April. Like, what? Although I do feel like, even though it's April, it's not really feeling very spring in the UK, to be honest. It absolutely chucked it down with rain again yesterday. Granted, it's a little bit sunnier in the mornings, but I really do need winter to just go now. I need it to go, to disappear, far away. I've had enough. I need the sun and I need the weather to be above 12 degrees for longer than one day, please. I also haven't actually updated this since I did a book haul, which is probably for the best because I don't need to add another 20 books into here when I do genuinely need to start reading some books on my shelves that I've had for a while. Here we go. That's a terrible, I get really nervous. Okay. Oh, I've just picked out the Legacy of God series by Rena Kent. The thing about that is I really wanted to read, I've read the Royal Elite series already, and I really wanted to read some other books that I have by Rena Kent first. I don't know if you need to or not. If anybody has read the Rena Kent universe, can you let me know if I need to read other books prior to Legacy of Gods? Because I've got pretty much nearly every single book of hers on my shelf. So let me know. Legacy of Gods. I have been wanting to read this for so long, so I'm not even mad about it. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to spoil other books first if I read it. So yeah, but that's really exciting. And also, funnily enough, part of me was like, I really just feel like reading so much dark romance. I think I felt that way because last month the TBR jar obviously picked out a mixture of things. So I was thinking, I just really want to read dark romance. I was like, no, Poppy, because this is what you do all the time and this is why you never get anywhere on your shelves. At least it has picked out something dark romance for me. Right, next. This is turning out to be very dark romance. The Midnight Mayhem series by Amo Jones, which, again, I actually swear I was laid in bed the other night just staring at my shelves, looking at that series, because it's meant to be like a really dark, spicy circus thing, like mystery thriller. It just sounds incredible. And I was literally laid there like, I want to read it. But no, like you need to get, because I only bought that in January. I was like, no, you need to read other stuff first. But you know what? The TBR jar has the last word, so. This is going far too well. This is going far too well. This is the Throne Duet, which is, like I said, the Rena Kent books that I wanted to read. The Throne Duet, which I also wanted to read the Truth and Lies Duet, which comes just before that. So maybe I'll just squeeze that in. This jar is life-changing. It's honestly life-changing. It's like it hears me. It's like, do you know what, Poppy? I've got you. I hear you. I know what you want to read, and I'm here to provide. Play With Me. Okay. That's the second book in the Playing for Keeps series by Becca Mack. That's good because that switches things up. I actually did really enjoy Consider Me. I mean, I think I rated it like a 3.75. It was okay. It was just way too long. Way too long. The book started so much better than it ended. The couple got together like really quickly. And I think because it dragged out, because normally I like to read series and keep going. I think because it kind of dragged, I was a bit like, I don't want to read this. I want to go into it. But finally, we're going to read another one. Like I say, and is it Garrett's book? Is it? Because I feel like I remember him in Consider Me and I really liked him. So thank you, TBR jar. I don't know why I'm speaking to you like you're sentient and can respond to me, but. Triple Duty Bodyguard. So this is a Lily Gold book. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people will be very familiar with, is it Faking with Benefits? Yeah, Faking with Benefits, which I haven't actually read yet, but I've read 3 Swedish Mountain Men. These are why choose romances, but they're leaning more rom-com. I only read 3 Swedish Mountain Men and I absolutely loved it. So I'm very happy to actually have this picked out, because I wanted to use these as palette cleansers, but I just never get around to like actually feeling like I need a palette cleanser, which is really ironic because only Poppy would go for a Why Choose Romance as a palette cleanser. I'm really excited to actually read this. I don't know what it is about Why Choose Romances, but they just hit different every single time. There's me like, I really want to read some dark romance, and it goes and picks out Den of Vipers. And also that book is like 700 pages or something ridiculous. Okay, next. It's just literally making my dark romance dreams come true. The Sacrifice by Chantal Tessier, which is the 3rd book in the Lord series. I mean, and also I love that it picked out this over, actually I didn't add Carnage into it, I don't think. Yeah, I think I did. I did add Carnage in, so I bought Carnage back in January. I was wondering if it was in the TBR jar, but I made that since January. But I mean, this is a big book. Gonna be in my dark romance era, it seems, just in time for spring. That's wonderful, isn't it? Last one, make it a good one. Come on, jar. Descent. It's like, what is that? And then I realised it was a San Mariano book, which is this one, which is a billionaire romance. But I think it's, I mean, San Mariano writes the most unhinged MMCs ever. So I'm absolutely buzzing. I mentioned yet how much I love having a TBR jar. This little jar is a jar of magic, I'm telling you. Can you hear me? Are you sure? Can you hear me? Because if you can, I love you. What's a lineup? I literally want to now spend my whole bank holiday weekend reading. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. I just want to read. I realise there's a lot of books here because we've picked out a lot of series and a lot of chunky books as well. But like I say, we've got options. I'm very excited about it. So just to recap, we've got Play With Me by Becca Max, 2nd book in the Playing for Keeps series. This is 100% getting read, like probably after I finish the book that I'm currently reading. Which, do you want to know what I'm currently reading? I'm currently reading The Psycho by Nikki J. Summers, which is a sort of like vigilante group of guys. This one particularly is a stalker romance. It's really good. I'm literally like nearly halfway through, really unhinged, loving it. This book kind of was what made me think I really want to just read dark romance. As I was saying, so the Midnight Mayhem series by Amo Jones, 100% reading that. Also the Legacy of God series by Rena Kent. This is a hefty read. I'm probably going to save this for towards the end of the month, because this is like, this I feel like this would take up an entire like week, if not longer. Triple Duty Bodyguards by Lily Gold. Descent by Sam Mariano, which really excited to read that actually. I read Even If It Hurts, and that was a wild ride. It's an understatement. The Throne Duet by Rena Kent. However, I am thinking I might actually switch this out and maybe cheat a little bit for the Truth and Lies duet, because this duet actually comes first before this, and I feel like it just makes more sense to maybe just read this first instead. And The Sacrifice by Chantal Tessier. I mean, I'm so excited for this. This is Tyson's book. I love Tyson. I know this is a revenge plot, and I know it's going to be dark, it's going to be spicy, and I just don't even know if I'm ready for it. I'll be honest and say this is one of the first books, when I started my BookTok account, which was last September, the September before. I wasn't posting for a while, but I was getting recommendations off of it. And I remember seeing Den of Vipers everywhere, and it was getting really mixed reviews, but it was just supposed to be really spicy and like a mafia romance. But then obviously, we're like a year and a half on, and I still haven't read it. It's just so big, and I'm just like, I'm not sure. And isn't there like more than 4 guys? I don't know. And I'm just, how does it fit? And also people say like the writing's a bit like not the best, and obviously I will attempt it maybe, but I mean, what's like a trigger warning page? I like those. Anyway guys, that wraps up this video. If you have read any of these books and you enjoyed them and you feel like I need to read them ASAP, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.